Hi guys, my name is Jasira, and in today's video we are going to do a let's talk kind of video. And the reason why I wanted to do this video was so you guys can see or know why I'm doing the keto diet, or how my whole weight loss journey even started. Like, this has been such a struggle for me, and I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys and just explain myself to you guys, because I just started throwing out videos. You guys know nothing about me, and I don't think it's fair. A lot of people that I started doing the videos for are for my friends and for my family that ask me a million questions about the keto diet or what I'm doing or what I'm trying to do. A lot of people always say, oh, you're gonna fail, which I don't really pay attention, but this is more so for like those that don't know me, and a lot of my coworkers don't know me. A lot of my friends don't really know me, besides like my really close friends. So I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about myself, and this whole like weight journey has been a crazy one. All right, so I don't even know where to start. I think I'm gonna start on when I started to have issues with my weight. So I've always had issues with my weight, so let's just get that clear. I've always been the bigger one in the family. I've always been the bigger one, and I don't want to say big as in like crazy huge, because I wasn't. I was just a little bigger than most people. I started to really focus on I've always focused on my weight, but like I never really cared about it until I got to like, I want to say junior year of high school. I was all right, but I was like, I want to lose more weight. I want to look good for my prom dress. And that summer, it was June going into September, I lost about 60 pounds, which I was looking crazy because I was getting too skinny. I was not doing it the proper way because I knew nothing about fitness. I knew nothing about nutrition. I was just doing cardio every day, and I lost 60 pounds in like a matter of 3 months, which was crazy. But I was losing it so much and so quickly that I started to feel very like fatigue, and like I really couldn't do much, and like I was just tired all the time. Like I was not in the mood for anything, and my mom kept telling me like, Jasira, you don't look okay, like you need to go get some vitamins. And I listened to her. I went to my doctor gave me vitamins, blah blah blah. Then college comes, and I start to gain the weight, but not as quickly. Like I gained the weight back and like 10 pounds more. So I gained about like 60 pounds back. Yeah, I would say about 60 pounds back. Then I started to get into a very deep depression. Like, I don't think anybody knew how depressed I was, because I am the type of person that everybody looks at to be their like strong friend and whatever it might be. Like, everybody thinks that I don't have my own issues and that I can just take everything on, which no one can. And that was my biggest issue. I was so depressed. Nobody knew about it. I didn't even know about it, honestly. Like, I just started talking about this like a few months ago, where I was like, I think like my boyfriend was like, yeah, you were really depressed. You didn't want to do anything. You didn't want to go out. You didn't want to do nothing. And I didn't think about it, but then I started to notice that's when my weight started to go up. I was going through so much at the time. Like, I wasn't sure about school because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Then the school I was going to was really far, and I felt very alone on the campus. I felt alone in general. And then my friend was diagnosed with cancer, which that hit me so hard, because she was a friend since, like, this was more of a family member. Like, I've been knowing her since we were babies, and I was really close to her. And she was diagnosed with cancer. That hit me really hard. I would try to go see her as much as I can, and then I could. And then that same year, I got a cyst, which is called a pilonidal cyst, which if you guys have it and you guys need surgery for it, I recommend you guys try anything but surgery. It was terrible for me. Just for me in general, it was just so bad. Before that, my friend passes away. It was in March, I believe, if I'm not wrong. She passes away in March, and that just completely like destroyed my world. And I'm the type of person that I eat. I'm an emotional eater, and I was eating nonstop. I started to gain the weight, pack the weight, and then I got the cyst removed, which I was just laying in bed, and that got me even more depressed, because I'm the type of person that I like to do everything myself, and to know that someone else had to help me like take a shower and do all this stuff was just very uncomfortable for me. And I was extremely depressed to the point where like I just wanted to lay in a bed and do nothing all day. Like, it was so bad. But I would eat, like all I did was eat. I couldn't move. obviously the weight was gonna start packing on. Then my life was just, I was just going through hell for a few years after that, and I just kept gaining weight. So then I started working at my job, and a few months later I go to see my doctor, which was my GYN, and whatever, everything was fine. And then I'll go back for, it wasn't a checkup, it was more of a, well, it was a checkup because I went because I was having issues with my menstrual period, as in sometimes like I would get it 1 month, the next month I won't get it, then I'll get it again the next month, and I never had issues with my menstrual cycle. So I was like, something's not right. So I went to him, and when I got on the scale, I was 50 pounds heavier. So I had gained in total in the past like few years like 110 pounds, which was insane. Like, not even 100, it was like 100 pounds, which was insane to me. Like, I was just like, it got me even more depressed. And when my doctor saw that, he was like, you gained 50 pounds in a matter of months, not even a year. And he's like, something's not right. He asked me like, am I doing okay, whatever. And I told him my job is honestly very stressful, and I'm having my own issues that I have to deal with, and it's just been a lot. And okay, so this is how the whole keto thing started. He told me, why don't you do a very low carb diet, like just try and cut out as much carbs as you can, like no sugar, and just eat meat and veggies. And I said, what, are you crazy? Like, who can do that? Even though obviously a lot of people do it, but I was like, no, I'm Dominican, like we like to eat our arroz con pollo and like our plátanos, and like that's impossible for me. So he was like, I'm just letting you know because you're gaining weight. You're gaining so much weight so fast, and this is not healthy for you. You're a 20-year-old girl gaining weight so fast, and this is what's messing with your menstrual cycle. He's like, as much as people don't want to believe it, but your weight has a lot to do with your menstrual cycle. And I didn't even think about it. He broke it down into medical terms and the whole fatty tissues and blah blah blah. And I was just like, if I want to have kids, I need to figure it out. Not that I'm planning on having kids anytime soon, that's not what I'm saying, but I was like, if I want to have kids and I want to be there for my kids, I need to start doing something. So I got out of the thing. I was like, yes, I'm going to do my diet, whatever. And I started, and then again, I just started to get depressed again. Then last year was just a terrible year, period. Like, I just had such a terrible year. And I would lose weight and then I'll gain it back because I wasn't sticking to it. I wasn't doing workouts like I should. So I was like, you know what, I'm sorry, my dog is playing with his treats over there, which is driving me insane. But I was like, you know what, let me do some research. Let me drink some of my coffee. I was like, you know what, let me do some research on this whole like low carb stuff to see if it's even healthy. Even though it's coming from a doctor, I'm just very like, I do my research on my own. I started looking up low carb diets, and the keto diet came up, and I was like, oh, I'm interested, let's see what this is about. I watched so many videos on YouTube, I did so much research, and I was like, I went to my boyfriend, I was like, babe, I think I want to do this keto diet. He was like, what the hell is a keto diet? And I explained it to him, and he thought it was crazy because keto is so different than any other diet where you eat more fats, and that's what you're taught not to eat. So he was like, I don't think that's gonna help. And I was like, yeah, but this is like what my doctor was saying, because my doctor, this is what he told me, but he didn't say keto diet. He just said eat a low carb diet, and which is completely different. But I did all this research, and then I kept hearing more and more people talk about it. Like, I heard one of the news anchors, I forgot what channel it was on, that she said she was doing it because she previously had cancer, and she heard that keto is really good because sugar is what they say that cancer eats off of. Like, all that carby stuff, all your carbs and insulin is what the cancer likes to eat off of. Whatever, you can do your own research, but I'm just letting you know what I was like listening and researching. And she said that the reason why she did it was because of that, because it's good for like to prevent cancer, to like help people with epilepsy, to just have a clearer mind. And I was like, this is all I need. Like, I need something to focus on that's obviously that I can control my eating, but also that can help me like lose the weight and make me feel good about myself. Because honestly, I was getting so big, and I was getting so big, and my blood pressure started to get really high. Like, I just felt terrible about myself, and I was like, no, something has to change. That's when I started doing keto. I lost about 15 to 20 pounds the first time I did keto, and then I stopped because what was it? Oh, it was around the holidays, and I did it for like about 2 months. Then summer, I did it for about 2 months, and then summer came, and I was like, I think I let a lot of people get into my head talking about that's not good. Not that it wasn't good. A lot of people were saying that, but a lot of people were just saying, like, you're gonna fail, and I let that get to my head, and I really did fail when I should have just kept going, if that makes sense. Then I started doing it again. I told my friends about it, some friends that I lost touch with, and then I started talking to them again, and then I started telling them about like the keto diet, and I was like, we should do the keto together just because it'll be easier for me to stay on track, and it'll be easier for them to stay on track. So I was like, let's just do this, and if we fail, we fail, and if anything, we could just pick back up. Like, let's just not be so hard on each other. So we started doing it. The three of us started to see us, like, ourselves lose weight. Not only did we lose weight, but we felt incredible. Like, I personally, I'm not gonna speak for them, but I personally felt incredible. Like, I felt so much better. And we did the keto, and then Thanksgiving came, which was really hard, and I was like, I'm not doing keto on Thanksgiving because that's like my favorite holiday. It's not happening. And then we tried doing it again, but my problem was that the first time around we were doing keto, like dirty keto, like we weren't incorporating, I feel like, as much veggies as we should have. So for like that Christmas break, I didn't do it, and then I came back January, and I was like, I need to do keto again. That was the best I've ever felt, and I was actually losing weight, and I was feeling good, and I was feeling better about myself. So I started doing keto again in January, which is now, and like, I've been doing so good. I've been feeling so much better, and like, even though I've only lost, why am I getting like emotional? It's whatever. Like, you guys don't understand how much my weight has affected me in so long. But I started doing keto again, and I was like, this time I'm gonna do it a little more clean, as in I'm gonna incorporate more veggies, eat leaner meats, even though still with a good amount of fat, but I was eating leaner meats, and so far so good. Now I incorporated working out, which I'm getting obsessed with. Like, I need to go to the gym all the time, and I feel like now I'm more focused on my health. Like, this time around, I feel like I am more determined than I was the last few times. Honestly, the last few times, I feel like I was doing it because of what people were telling me. Like, oh, you're getting so big. Oh, you look so big. Not only that, but I was feeling very uncomfortable. Like, I'm the type of person that if I feel uncomfortable, I'm not going out. Like, I stopped going out. I stopped doing what I wanted to do. I didn't like going, and I still don't. I didn't like going out to like go out with my coworkers. I didn't like to go see my family because I didn't want to hear it. Like, I just felt really uncomfortable. And don't get me wrong, like, I have people around me that my whole life, even when I was younger, they never said anything about my weight. But then I have people around me that they think because they know me and they've known me my whole life that it's okay for them to question my weight, or question how big I am, or question why am I so big. And it's like, I feel like some people don't get it. Like, a lot of people in my life don't get it. Like, I go through depression, and sometimes it's so bad that like you would never even know. And like, I hate when people are like, oh, like, you don't go out, you're so boring, you don't do this, like, all you want to do is be home. And it's like, but you guys don't get it. Like, it's not about me not being fun or me being boring. It's about the fact that like, I am not comfortable in my own skin, and like, it's time that I did something about it, if that makes sense. And that's why I started keto. That's why I'm doing this whole journey, and that's why I'm documenting everything, so you guys can see a different side of me. Whether it's my friends that are watching this, my family members, or like just someone new that I don't even know. Like, I did this, I'm doing this for myself at this point. I'm not doing it for anybody else. Like, if I'm not feeling good about myself, I'm not feeling good about myself, and that's okay. And if I'm feeling better, I'm feeling better. But a lot of people need to also understand that a lot of weight gain comes with depression, stress, anxiety, like, which I think is something a lot of people don't want to understand, which is okay. Like, I don't expect people to get it, but this has just been my journey. It's been a very hard one, and that was just a brief because we could be here all day, but it's been a very hard one for me. It's been I struggled a lot with it, but I can say that I'm doing better, and I'm doing better for myself, and that's all that matters. As long as I'm helping myself get better mentally, emotionally, physically, that is all that matters. So I hope this is just like this channel and this whole journey that I'm bringing you guys on, like, just helps someone. Doesn't have to help a million people, just one person. Like, that's all I care about, because honestly, I know the struggle, and I know how hard it is to lose the weight. I know how hard it is to even get into that mentality when you're so depressed and so stressed out about a million other things in your life. So all I can say is just don't give up on yourself. You'll eventually get there. I'm a work in progress. Obviously, this is why I started the channel, while I'm in the progress of getting where I want to get. So I just hope you guys know that any questions you guys have, you can always DM me on my Instagram. I will always answer. Always, like, I'll find the time, and if I don't answer right away, it's just, I'm sorry, but I'll try. So I really hope this channel helps someone, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. How I said, I'm exposing a lot of myself to you guys, and this is just so I can see my progress through this journey. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.